You are now watching Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV. Chill!
Everybody, this is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman of YBG and a Premier Boy Podcast, and welcome to a new episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast TV. Hope all is well. And you already know this is the YouTube version of Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Yeah, and thank y'all for everybody that's been subscribed to the channel so far. So on this episode is a previously recorded episode that just happened this weekend. And y'all know on Mr. Like the Podcast, I have a show called one of my first spin-off show called The Old School Show with myself and DJ Retro. So over the weekend, we did our first live version of Mr. Like the Podcast presents The Old School Show. But on that's we had special guests. We had twin sisters on the show, Magna and Marsha. Magna was on the Premier Web Podcast, episode 15 and episode 17 as a guest host. She came back for the Old School Show, and now we got her sister Marsha on the show as well. And I ain't gonna lie, this episode was a really, really fun episode. Probably one of the funnest episodes I had in a very long time. So y'all see when y'all watch this YouTube version of the episode. And y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back. Back, everybody, welcome back. And at this time, y'all already know what it is. This is the Old School Show. And I got my co-host, got my bro, Roddy, DJ Retro on the show. Roddy Retro, what's up, man?
Yeah. This is the Old School Show. We kicking it. We doing everything old school.
Yes, you already know. And on this episode, we talk about albums. Old school album. We starting back from 2015 and back. Cause after that, we don't go that far. Cause we don't go that far. But on this episode, we got some special guests. Well, we got some guesses, I should say.
Two guesses
that are twins. I got twins on the show for the first time ever. First one, you probably know her from the Premier Boy Podcast. She was on 2 episodes of the Premier Boy Podcast. We got the Miss Mademoiselle herself, Magna, on the show. On the show for the first time on the Old School Show on Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast. Period. Also, we got her sister, Marsha. Marsha also on the show. How y'all doing, Magna and Marsha? What's going on the show? How y'all doing?
Welcome to the Old School. That's good, yo. I'm so honored to make history by being the first twins that you had on your show. I'm honored.
Yes, and both of y'all is first time both of y'all on Mr. Gentleman Like the Podcast present the Old School Show. So welcome. And we're gonna talk about albums and. Yeah, but before we start the actual conversation, I got a question to ask all three of y'all. So, in the 90s and 2000s, who were the most selling albums in the 90s and 2000s? Give me one artist from each.
One for the 90s and one for the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
In our opinion, or is that like a guess?
It don't matter because it don't matter. You can pick one out of 90s or 99 to 2000 to 2009.
I know that.
Hold on. What's that, Marsha? Yeah, Marsha, you go first. What you say?
I'm gonna guess for the 90s and say Destiny's Child.
Okay, Roddy, 90s.
Gotta be the TLC album, the Crazy Sexy Cool.
All right, Magda.
100% Artist of the Decade, Mariah Carey.
Okay. So sorry, Roddy and Roddy and Marsha is wrong.
Oh.
Magda do got it right. Mariah Carey in 1991. Her first album.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, which album? The Heartbreaker album?
Nah, it was self-titled. Mariah Carey self-titled.
The most number one hits.
Yeah, her very first album.
No wonder she be sweating herself all the time.
Yeah, 1991.
Wow.
Dang, she went back that far?
Yeah. Boy.
All right, so what about 2000s? Who y'all got for 2000s?
I'm going to say Britney Spears for some reason.
Roddy.
Album, yeah.
Britney Spears is a good choice. If it's not Britney Spears, I would say
What if?
Beyonce.
What if?
I
Are we
what
talking
about
about artists or albums here? Though?
artists from the album. Artists,
Okay.
artists. And what about you, Roddy?
I would say Backstreet Boys. It was a big deal.
Dang. Roddy, you was close, but you got that wrong. All y'all got it wrong.
NSYNC?
NSYNC, yeah.
Oh,
NSYNC was so you know what?
they were
Let me
bigger though. Wow.
hold up. Let me read the list to the 99, the 90s first. Janet Jackson with 1990 with the Rhythm Nation. Mariah Carey was 91. Billy Ray Cyrus was 92 with Some Gave All. Whitney Houston with 93 with The Bodyguard. Elton John with the Lion King soundtrack, 94. Yeah, yeah. Hootie and the Blowfish with 95. Cracked It, Wherever You. 96, I can't pronounce the name, but the album called Jagged Little Pill.
Oh, that's Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, there you go. 97 was Spice Girls, Spice.
Hey.
Right.
98 was the sound was Titanic soundtrack.
Hey.
and 99 with Blackstreet Boys Millennium.
So this is the highest selling albums, or are these Grammy winners?
Yeah, how you selling? How you selling albums?
Of that,
I think the highest selling would be the Grammy winners, though.
Facts, right?
That's not how they do it for some reason.
So 2000s NSYNC, No String Attached. 2001 Linkin Park, Heartbreak Story. Eminem was 2002, The Eminem Show. 50 Cent with 2003. Get Rich or Die Trying. Roddy, I'm shocked. Roddy and Magna. I'm shocked y'all didn't say this. We spoke about this on the Premier Open podcast. Usher Confession. 2004. Usher Confession.
You said who was the biggest artist of the 2000s, not which was the biggest album.
I mean, well, it's still the same thing. Still the same thing.
The artist and the album. But
yeah, basically. Mariah Carey, the Miss
Emancipation of Mimi, right?
Mimi, yeah. 2006 High School Musical.
Hey.
Oh yeah, y'all was a fan of that.
That was a pop back then. High School Musical was a pop if she was in high school.
Josh Garbett, Nori. I did have the Christmas album. Nori, yeah, I did the Christmas album, I think. Then we got the Carter 3, Lil Wayne, and Taylor Swift, Fearless.
That's up to 2009.
Yeah, that was 2009. So let's do a little fun. What about 2010 to 2015?
2010. I'm gonna straight up say Nicki Minaj because she blow that whole decade. So blow out the water.
What about
you asking what we think? You asking what we think was the best album of 2010, or what we think?
Most selling. Most
selling.
Oh, it's gotta be Lady Gaga, Fame Monster.
What about you, Roddy?
I might be wrong.
Me too.
I think it was Adele.
Roddy was right.
That's another one I forgot.
Yeah, Roddy was definitely right. Y'all two got it wrong.
Can I change my answer?
It's already the wrong one anyway.
Hold on. What's the answer?
I was gonna say Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
No. What was the album that has Rihanna where she was singing with Drake? You know, What's My Name?
That's 2011.
I think that was Loud.
That was Loud.
That was Loud.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the list was Eminem, Recovery. That was a good album. Yeah. 2011 and 2012 was Adele with 21.
More years than
that. Get it, girl.
2013 with Justin Timberlake, the 2020 Experience. 2014 was with Taylor Swift, 1989. And 2015 with Adele again with 25. She killed that year.
Get it, girl. I don't know. I forgot about her, but yeah. I'm not mad at that result.
No, but Adele, I have to wait for Adele to come out with a new album, though.
She will, especially with that new body she got.
Oh yeah, facts.
Yeah, she gonna come back out. Hey.
Yeah, so let's get to the main thing we told Ken to talk about. So what was the first album y'all brought? So we're gonna start from Roddy, Magna, Marshall, then myself.
The first album I bought with my own money, I remember, was Marcus Houston, MH.
Nice. How you felt about the album when you brought it?
I loved it. All the songs, like the first 2 songs was dope, so I just ran out and bought it when it dropped.
All right, Magna.
Well, it was I was 8, so the first album I bought was Britney Spears.
Baby I already know. Don't laugh, yo. I know. No, mine is worse.
No, that's Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Yeah.
That was a good album. That was the album.
First ever.
Yeah, she bought that. That's when we went to Virgin Records Megastore.
Yeah.
Classic.
I remember that.
Classic.
Yep. Bringing you back, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the old school show, so you got to bring it back. The old school show. So, what about you, Marsha? What about you?
So we bought our albums at the same time, but remember, I was 8 years old, so it was the Pokemon first movie soundtrack.
Oh wow! I'm
gonna be mad about that.
No, I didn't.
That was the answer.
No, I didn't know
Pokemon.
No, me too. I didn't know they had a soundtrack. I seen the first movie. And I seen the first movie. I see it when it first came out, and I got the free trading card for it. I know in the movie where me and my sisters and my cousin, we watched it, and Kobe Ash died. We all cried and stuff. So yeah.
I told you it was the worst answer, but I was.
It's not the worst answer. It's not the worst answer.
I was kidding, bro.
Pokemon.
Wait, so Roddy, when were you buying that Marquis Houston album? At what age?
I was first year of high school. I was probably like 13 or 14.
Oh, so you was a teenager. All right. So then we bought them.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, you being that's so you got Pokemon Subversion movie at the age of 8. That's not actually a good age to get it. So it's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, if we wasn't high school, that's a different story. But yeah. But
2000.
Yeah, but for me, my first album I brought with my own money was Neptune Present the Clones. That's Pharrell, yeah, because I was a big Pharrell fan, and I found out that he was having an album out. Because I heard fronting, I'm like, Pharrell could sing, so then I heard fronting, like, I gotta get this album. Then I got it. I'm like, yo, it was a dope album for me.
How old were you?
I was in high school. I was in 9th grade. Okay. Yeah, the summer with that summer. I'm about with that summer. All right, so what is your favorite 5 albums of all time, and what is one album that you dislike? Anybody could go first. Whoever's ready to go first, go first.
Dang.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of the album that I don't like, but then again, there's a lot of music I haven't heard. So I can't really say that I don't like it, but I wasn't the biggest Kanye West fan. Still not. So all those old albums like Graduation and the others, not a fan. But I would say anything that's by Michael Jackson is always going to be on my list. So I came up with Thriller, with Bad. I came up with, y'all don't really know it, but I don't know if you remember back in high school, we was really obsessed with like Tokyo Hotel, that German rock band.
I remember that. I remember that.
So they're still on my list. There's Zimmer 483. That was their German album. That I could fly right through that. I still love that album. And I also, I told you I love Broadway. So the movie Hairspray, or the Broadway show Hairspray, I love that album. I could also go through it. My music palette is versatile, so I be liking all kinds of things.
Nice.
Oh yes, and the last one would be Rocky Horror. That's y'all don't know probably. That's from back in the 70s. Another musical. It's versatile. Those I like.
Nice. All right, Magnum, you ready?
Dang. I was hoping to go like third.
So, Roddy, are you ready or not yet?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Roddy, go.
All right. So I got Donald Jones, Where I Want to Be.
Of course. You gotta have your Donald Jones.
Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Of course.
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. My Beautiful Dark Fantasy, Kanye West. And I kind of liked the Ludacris Red Light District album.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. All right, Magda, you ready or you want to go last?
I'll go.
You're ready, last.
At this point. First, I'm going to get this out of the way. I grew up on Celine Dion's All the Way album. That's a piece of me. And All the Way is the greatest hits album. So it's got the Titanic song on there, Power Love, all of that. I'm not going to forsake that. But besides that, I love Loud by Rihanna. I've been trying to debate forever. Do I like Loud or Good Girl Gone Bad more? And just like between Thriller and Bad, I'm gravitating towards Loud, but Good Girl Gone Bad would be my third favorite album by Rihanna. And the other two are just going to be Michael Jackson albums. It's going to be Bad and Thriller.
I actually want to change my answer now. You mentioned Celine Dion. I want to put Celine Dion's All the Way album. We go over in the same house. I love that album. But I also want to add one more. I really would like to add the Sasha Fierce album, Beyonce. I think that's another dope album.
You know, it's a lot of albums that we love, so it's hard to pick 5, even pick 10. But
I feel like the best ones are the ones that have like a story from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
You know, those are always the best ones because it's like a ballad.
That's true. So for me, I got Thriller, Thriller, Michael Jackson, of course. You know, that's one of the best albums ever.
Of course.
Kanye West, Graduation. You know, I love that album. I'm not gonna lie. Future Sex, Love Sound, Justin Timberlake.
Yo, that's a good album too.
Yeah. That album, man, that album was crazy. I love that album.
Yeah.
For Justin. I mean, I've always been a Justin fan, Justin fan. So
that actually is the album that made me think that he obviously got some flavor, like the one that turned it around.
Yeah, like really turned it. I mean, of course, Justify it was the start of it, but that Future Sex, Love Sound though really took it off though. Bet you we work with Timbaland.
Yeah,
do the whole album.
Took it off the map. Put them on the map. Yeah.
See, Confessions, of course. Confessions. I can't forget about Confessions. And my last album, I had many choice for the last albums, but I'm gonna throw it Off the Wall because that was a sleeper. Everybody sleep on Off the Wall. Like
it was a disco album. Disco died December 31st, 1979.
Basically, yeah, that's true.
Bruno Mars is bringing it back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he's bringing it back.
He definitely is. But but I'm not sure everybody mentioned their least favorite album though. But my least favorite, I gotta think about that. My least favorite.
I think I could go for this one.
Yeah, go for it. Go first.
One that I came up with, because I'm sure there's others. I really, really didn't understand the hype about Beyonce's self-titled album. Beyonce, that was the one that I like Drunken Love. I like Pretty Hurts. Yo, these cars. I like Pretty Hurts. I like Drunken Love. And what was the other song on there? Flawless. I don't really like that song, but I'm not like Beyonce is a song I can't get with. I can't get with the song Partition. I don't know what was interesting about these songs. They were too slow for me. They were kind of a disappointment. They definitely overhyped. I don't like that album. It's one that I could do without of her whole discography.
That's fine.
Yeah, say it.
She just reminded me. I thought about it earlier and I forgot it. I don't like B-Day. I don't like that album. That's a sleeper for me.
B-Day.
B-Day, yeah. I only like Irreplaceable. But other than that, I think all the other songs are whack. Sorry.
Deja Vu?
Huh?
Deja Vu?
Yeah, I don't care. I hate that song, Deja Vu. I hate it. It made me dizzy back in junior high, yo.
I mean, everybody know how I feel about Beyonce, but that
how
album.
You feel? I don't know. How you feel about Beyonce?
Oh, you don't know.
That's your wife. She married.
Overhyped.
No, overhyped. Yeah, they go. She overhyped me.
But I mean, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I like her song. I like certain songs for her, but yeah, too overhyped for me.
I agree.
But
the conversation.
My dislike was a Jay-Z one. Everybody was going hard for Kingdom Come, but me personally, I couldn't get it. But I couldn't get into it.
Thank you. I don't have to say my dislike now. You just remind me. I don't like Kingdom Come either. That's one album I did not. I did not like Kingdom Come. I remember I mentioned that on the Facebook podcast. Rondo got mad at me because I said that. I did not like Kingdom Come at all. Like that was one album I did not like.
There was no single that you liked.
Let me see what's on there.
Not really.
Tell me what you got was okay, but
it was the Turbos. I mean, was it Chain Clothes? No, that Black Album. No, that Black Album.
I think Show Me What You Got and something else.
Oh, Lost Ones. Lost Ones was on Kingdom Come. Lost Ones was on Kingdom Come. He had a song with Usher on Kingdom Come. Yeah, it was a lot of songs. Yeah, me either. Yeah, me either. That album was not that great for me. And I'm a Jay-Z fan. And that was probably that's one of his worst albums to me. At least close to one of his worst albums. I did not like Kingdom Come at all. But my favorite Jay-Z album is a Black Album, though. I have to say that's my favorite Jay-Z album, just to come back to that. Let's see. So name one album that you can always listen to without no skips.
It's too many, though.
I know, it is too many. But try to name at least one.
Wouldn't that technically be the 5 albums that we said are our favorite?
That's what I was thinking too.
Right? I mean, yeah, true. But I don't know 5. Which one that you could go to the most? Like which one you could go to the most?
I feel like I'm always replaying Loud. It's like a good pick me up. But I'd be lying if I said I never skipped through them. But I could definitely sit through that whole album. I'd probably skip through maybe 2 songs at most, if at all.
I mean, I know for me, it's definitely Graduation. Most of the songs for Graduation, I could listen to like most of the songs from it.
For me, it has to be Get Rich or Die Trying, maybe except for 1 or 2 songs. But yeah.
I mean, for me, I think that I would probably say the Thriller album. Even if I don't usually play all of the songs, it's usually like I could just dance through it anyway. But I remember back in the day when Lady Gaga came out with the Fame album, like I was downloading everything off of that song. I don't play them all now, but I went through that one and Fame Monsters. Just, I don't know. I thought her whole album back then was dope.
Nice. I got a little story to tell about Thriller. I'm not sure anybody else had the story, but I know I did. As a kid, my parents, they brought the Thriller album. We had the album, and then they brought the tape for Thriller. Watching the tape, Thriller video. As a kid, I was afraid of Thriller. I had nightmares about Thriller. So as a kid, I threw the tape away because I was so afraid of it.
Oh wow!
The music video?
Yeah, the music video for that. I was traumatized by that video. I was a fan of Michael, but I was traumatized by that one video. I could not watch it ever until I was like 7, 8. And that's when I got over it.
Ken.
I mean, the story, a little old school story that I had to tell, about Thriller. But yeah,
cute.
That is cute.
Those were the days. So, what album do you listen to that you did not own for yourself? Like, say, like somebody else had an album, but you heard it, but you never owned it though.
I mean, my cousin had CDs back in the day when people were buying them and she's like 5 years older than me, so she was a teenager at the time. She had Lil' Kim, what's it called, Notorious?
Mm.
The one where it's like pink and she's topless.
Oh yeah.
The one that got the first song, man.
Wait, was that the song where was that the album where How Many Licks?
How Many Licks, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Didn't it have No Matter What People Say?
Yeah. It was that. Yeah, that was,
that was the first album.
Did, and I was listening because she would play that. She played No More Drama. Things that's just like too old for me, but I heard them anyway. that was really out of my scope. I would hear them and I would hear, like the lyrics to How Many Licks, and I'm like, but that is a good album. And listening to it now, I can actually appreciate the bars that Lil' Kim had that obviously I couldn't pay attention to when I was young. I play it now and I'm like, damn, like why I'm not hearing this kind of music from these female rappers today. But I think that was a good album. That was a good standout album for her.
For me, I did. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I would say you go. No. I would say you go next anyway. I would say you next anyway. Yeah. No, you good. You go. You was next. You were next anyway. Marsha, you were next.
I was gonna say that I'd like the same thing with what Amanda said. I did that with my sister's album. She had bought the Writing on the Wall album from Destiny's Child, and I used to play through that thing, especially when I seen the music video for Say My Name. And then since I liked like the song itself, I used to play through her album. So like when like, and this would be like when she was gone, because she would never let us touch her stuff. But I would be playing like the Bills and Buggy Blue and Jumpin'. Yo, I used to blast that through the living room, but I never owned it.
All right, Roddy, retro.
So everybody got stories. My dad, one summer, he used to just take us everywhere in the car. So this is 2000. So you can imagine what came out during that time. That was when Cisco was on top of shit. So we had the Cisco Unleash the Dragon in the car. And next had the second album that had Wifey. So we used to, every time we had the CD change in the car, and then as he drove, we just listened to those two albums all the time.
Nice. Yeah. I know. For me, I know one summer I was going away for a family reunion, and my cousin, she had a CD player, and we traded CDs. So she listened to my stuff, I listened to her stuff, and the album that she had was the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack. Yeah, that had Shake a Tail Feather and I know Biggie and 50 had a song, the Notorious
yeah.
And 50 and Sean Paul had a song on there. It was a dope album. I'm like, I need to get that album. I never brought it for myself. I always try to get my cousin to listen to it. I remember for the whole trip I was trying to listen to it. Stop listen to my CD. But yeah, that was one of the albums that I listened to a lot, but I did not own it.
I want to say that we had an album that was bought for us as a gift when we were 11. It was Alicia Keys' Songs in A Minor. That came out in 2001. I remember listening to that whole album to calm me down, because when we had got it, it was September 11th.
Oh, wow.
Like when the two towers fell down and my sister hadn't come home and I was just like this wreck. Getting through that album is what really was like able to help me calm down, because everything that was going on was chaotic. But that's a really good album that I still listen to. I love Fallen.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Jamie, we had that. That's a good song.
Classic. You know what's funny, Roddy? We mentioned Fallen on the last episode. We mentioned Fallen on the last episode. Remember? We were talking about on the Billboards episode. We mentioned Fallen and stuff like that.
Yeah, That's a sleeper song. They barely play it at all now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very sleepy.
That was her breakout album too. So
it was. Yeah, it was
one of those successful debut albums.
It was, but I ain't gonna. It was, but I love her second album too. The Diary. That album was. I love the Diary. I love the Diary, man. That Diary was.
Usher, You Don't Know My Name and My Boo.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, You Don't Know My Name. Yeah, definitely.
If I Ain't Got You.
If I Ain't Got You, yeah, that was a fire album.
Yeah, I used to think they was dating back then because they used to keep
for real, yeah,
like deep tracks with each other. I was like, all right.
They made us a believer after My Boo. They made us a believer after My Boo. I'm not gonna lie, Usher and Alicia Keys. But then again, who wasn't dating Usher back in the day? That wasn't around the confession. that wasn't around the confession days. So so name a song out of an album that you wish became a single and had a video for.
That was
TYT. Did that have a video?
Oh yeah, no, that never had a video.
Yeah, I feel like it should have. That's
agree.
Like a jam. Yeah, that's my straight up answer.
I agree. I know for me, Lovers and Friends, Lil Jon, Ludacris.
Yeah, we needed that.
The John Ludacris and Usher. I wish they came out the video for that. I heard they was supposed to come out of the video. It just never happened. I heard they was making one, but it just never came out. I guess it was too explicit. I think it was. Yeah. Also, Fancy, Drake and T.I. They made a video for that and they shelved it. Like it was made and everything, but they just never put it up to the public.
So we can't even find that online if we look?
Nah, you won't find a clip of it. You only find a little clip of it.
Oh.
Was Summer Love a single off of Future Sex Love Sounds?
Was it a single?
I think it was on another album, wasn't it?
Was it a single? They played on the radio. I think it was a radio. It was a radio single, but they never made a video for it though. It was a single, but it was never made as a video. I think Summer Love. Yeah, I think Summer Love was a single. I think it was a single. Let's see real quick. You check that real quick. What about you?
Sex doesn't mean I didn't like the album. That was a album. I just want that to be clear.
Album that's Future Sex Love Sounds, right?
Yeah, Future Sex Love Sounds.
Yeah, it was a single. I'm wrong.
It was a single. I don't think it never became a video though. I never had a video. Yeah. I wish it did too. That song was fire.
That's a good song.
And I wish Until the End of Time was too. I think they came with a live version of
it. Was a live version.
Yeah. Because of Beyonce. I was upset to add Beyonce to that song. I'm like, come on. It didn't need a Beyonce. Like, I love Beyonce at sometimes, but it didn't need Beyonce for that song at all.
You know what I was realizing? Because back then I was talking about this and I brought it up. Back then, you know how MTV didn't really play Black artists music videos back then?
Yeah.
So I had remembered, I was like, where was we watching all those music videos from? Now we didn't have cable, but my sister used to watch like this like low quality channel. It was like a flavor video.
Bobby Simmons.
What's his name?
Bobby Simmons, yeah. I remember that. I used to watch that too all the time. Also, they also had the music box with Uncle Ralph. It used to be on like Friday nights as well. And he used to play music video too. That's
where people was watching like the urban music videos.
Yeah. It was like whoever requested video, they play it off that channel.
Dang.
And he had everything. He had everything from pop, from everything, country. He had everything. Like he played everything. I wonder how Bobby Simmons doing right now, man. I wonder how you doing.
No, I didn't even get to say my answer.
All right, we need to get to the next topic. You good? You good.
I didn't want to stay off of it, yo. So.
Yeah.
Blame Game is definitely one I wanted to.
Oh yes, me too. Blame Game was definitely one I wanted to. Like,
and I don't know. Angel in Disguise, Brandy. That one should have been a video. The song is just so good.
I feel like it was. I'm not sure. I feel like it was. Was it?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't remember if it was or not. That one I don't remember if it was. I know it was a single though. But did it have a video for it? I'm not 100. I'm not 100 on that.
Can I give an edited answer since mine was already a single?
Yeah.
You done, Roddy?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good.
Okay. For one, I would love to have seen Perm off of 24 Karat.
Oh, that would have been dope. That would have been hot.
Commercials too. So it's weird that it wasn't a single. I really like that song. That's one of the albums that I also really like too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Put some perm on your attitude.
Yeah, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars.
Oh, I know.
That was on 21 Carat. Yeah, that's something fun. Yeah,
24 Karat Magic came out in like 2018 or 2016 or something.
Yeah. That's kind of past the limit.
So after 2015 Magna.
Yeah, that is
2016.
Yeah, and it's up to 2015. We up to 2015.
Yeah, that's 2015.
The other single that I'm waiting to see is Circles. I don't know if you heard it off of Megan Thee Stallion's Good News album with she samples Jasmine Sullivan. Round and round into the circle.
Once again, that's after 2015.
It is at
But because I'm gonna say that I listened to the whole Good News album, and one of the ones I really liked that stood out was Circles. But for some reason, they made Cry Baby a song I didn't like, a single. So I'm hoping that that's the next one, because Cry Baby's a flop. But anyways, so I'm still holding out for Circles.
Anything before 2018, 2015?
You know, Magda, that's a good choice, but this is the old school show.
You gotta take it back.
Technically, Circles is sampled off of an old school song. Okay.
I can't come in.
And I forgot.
We gotta come up with an episode about samples, because I definitely want to talk about samples in a future episode. Though I'm not gonna lie, we got to talk about samples in a future episode. So say that answer for that. I'm Magna. Say that answer for that.
I forgot we doing old school though.
Because it's not old school to us. That's why. It's still current in my head.
It's current. It's very current. It's very current.
It's just old school to people like my son. They never heard of it.
All right, so what album that you brought, you had high expectations for her, but when you heard it, you were disappointed by it.
An album, we have high expectations, and then we heard through the whole thing, and it was like
disappointment.
One song.
You're disappointed by it. You know what? Let me go first. I'm gonna go first, so I can get myself out the way. 50 Cent The Massacre. Even though that was a great album for other people, I didn't like it like that. It was too many songs that I did not like. I have more songs that I didn't like than songs that I actually did like for that album.
That's what I'm thinking of, but it's after 2015. I need a minute for this.
What about you, Roddy?
So many to think of. I'm trying to think of one.
Let's see.
I'm sorry. I think I discovered what it is.
Do it.
Okay, so Justin Timberlake's 2020 Experience. That's like before 2015.
Yeah. That was 20. I think that's
2013.
2013. Yeah. 2013. Yeah.
That album, I had very high expectations because I like the name, I like the concept, I like the cover. And then like his albums before that, which was like the Future Sex Love Sound.
Yeah.
So 2020 sounded like it was gonna be like a 3D to Sex Love Sound. And then some of the tracks on there, like Take Back the Night, I thought that track was gonna be dope. Like I thought it was gonna have like the same kind of 24 Karat Magic sound to it. It was kind of dry. It was like, okay, we're going home at 11 now. Like that's what it sounded like. Take Back the Night. And then Suit and Tie, I thought that was also like somebody's uncle was singing that song.
Oh shit!
Won a Grammy.
I mean, probably for like the I guess the visuals was like, I don't know, but I was disappointed. I'm trying to. Mirrors wasn't on that. Was it on? I think Mirrors was on it. That was the only track on there. I love that track.
Mirrors on part one. Mirrors on part one.
Yeah, I know there's two. There's two.
Yeah, it was 2 parts. Yeah.
Album. Yeah. I really like that one, but the rest of the album, I was like, dang, like this actually isn't all that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of agree with you on that too. I was hyped for part one. I can't wait for part two. Part two, I would not. I like the song for part two, but it wasn't my favorite out of part one. I thought it would be like a crazy experience too. I was about the same way about the album too.
Yeah,
and especially the album after that too.
I want to go next.
Yeah, especially the album after that too. Justin album. I think it was I forgot what it's called, but I know
wasn't that Man in the Woods?
Yeah, Man in the Woods. Yeah, I know that passed 2015, but yeah, that's another too. Yeah, yeah, that's another one.
Never again, Justin.
I'm not sorry about that. Yeah, Justin, man, you disappointed me in the album. I, Roddy, what you got?
All right, because I was a big Fabulous fan and I listened out to Real Talk. When he brought the follow-up, I was disappointed. From Nothing to Something.
Something, right? What was the one that I'm trying to remember? What was the one Nothing to Something? I'm trying to remember.
That song with T-Pain, that horrible song, and Make Me Better.
Oh, that album? I don't remember. Yeah, because Real Talk was dope. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I listened to that whole album. I didn't like it. And then after that, I think he just started bringing out mixtapes. So. No.
Oh yeah. All right, Magna, you got one now?
I literally can't think of one.
Wow.
All I can think of right now. Oh my gosh.
Pick something with Rihanna or something. You like Rihanna a lot. How about her Rated R album?
Because if I were talking about one of the weakest Rihanna albums for me was Rated R.
That's what I just said, Rated R.
It's people hype it and I just don't really like it. Rude Boy is a song I can really listen to, but even that is kind of a headache. But
wait, that was Rated R was that had Wait Your Turn and what did Wait Your Turn?
Yeah, it had Russian Roulette.
Oh yeah, that was
I couldn't get with that. That was
it was that Wait Your Turn. Yeah, that was Wait Your Turn and Russian Roulette. Oh yeah, that was a crazy album. Rude Boy, Rude Boy's on that. That was the only song I liked from that album. Yeah, that was the only song. I think that was the only song I liked from that album. Actually, Rude Boy.
That's the weakest one for me. Thank you, because I couldn't come up with nothing. I would have said Art Pop by Lady Gaga. That one was a flop too.
Oh no, her Million Reasons album.
No, that was a different sounding Lady Gaga. That was Joanna.
I went right through it. I slept through it. I don't know if that's after 2015.
Art Pop had really one song that you know, but okay.
All right. So, do you believe that some album that went to number one was overrated? If so, name some albums.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Give me an album that you felt was very overrated to be number one. I gotta think about this though.
I gotta know which albums went to number one.
I hold on real quick.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Okay. Y'all got something. Y'all got.
I mean, because if you could say that B-Day was number one, then that will be my answer.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Or a Taylor Swift album.
Definitely. Oh yeah. Definitely Taylor Swift. Definitely Taylor Swift. Anything Taylor Swift. Anything Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Exactly. Anything. That girl is not a top spot chick. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan.
Or Katy Perry.
I
like Perry. She good. She good.
I don't think she's a number one artist in anything.
I definitely have one. The first thing that came to thought for me was The Emancipation of Mimi by Mariah Carey.
Hold on. Part one or part two?
What happened?
Part one or part two? But she had two.
The one that had We Belong Together.
Oh dang, that was
wasn't that Fantasy? I mean,
no.
Yeah, that was
that was 2005.
Yeah, that was like the biggest album. That was like the biggest album ever.
I don't get it. Like,
right?
That was like the biggest album ever.
Which songs was so great?
I heard the album. I can't remember the song right now though, but I heard the album. I know she had a song.
You like the album?
I like that. She had a song with Snoop Dogg on it. Her first single, I forgot what it called. Like that. Go, we belong to that. We belong together.
It missed me. I only like We Belong Together. Even that is one of her weaker songs for me in her catalog.
Dang.
I'm sorry, yes. I'm not trying to but you know, a lot of her best stuff was in the early 90s. I just felt like every time we talk about number ones, Mariah Carey's name comes up, and I'm like, which one were hits for you? But
shoot, Mariah did had a lot of hits. Come on, we did an episode with the Billboard charts for 2000, 90s and 2000, and Mariah's name was like all over that, especially in the 90s. She was like the queen in the 90s. We spoke about this
90s. You lose flavor by 2005.
It's true. That's true.
So I
got one now. You know who I feel like is overrated? We spoke about this last episode too, Roddy. J-Lo. J-Lo's overrated. J-Lo's is overrated.
No, dang. We haven't scratched that surface. My goodness. Dad,
I'm sorry.
Thank you for bringing me back to earth. I got a lot to say about that.
That took me out.
Oh my goodness.
Roddy, we already spoke about J-Lo last episode.
Yeah.
About what she did to Ashanti, to Anne Marie, to
Usher. No.
Yeah.
Without me.
She was basically
Has she ever won any Grammy?
Yeah, I caught J-Lo won a Grammy. J-Lo did win a Grammy before. That's definitely that definitely happened.
That's definitely a mystery. That's what it is.
Yeah, she definitely won a Grammy.
You so right, Ken. You are so right. And these albums are number one though.
Well, her first album was February of 2001.
So it must have been what do you call that? The one she's saying "Love Don't Cost a Thing."
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
That's J-Lo.
Yeah, J-Lo. Yeah.
J-Lo.
Oh yeah.
It also had "I'm Real" on it.
Oh yeah. What's that? Oh yeah, what's that album? Yeah, because it was she had an original one, and then she added Ja Rule.
And Jenny from the Block.
Ain't It Funny? That was the same album.
Yeah, that was the same album. Yeah, and then J-Lo was number one again in 2002 with Jenny on the Block for like 2 weeks.
That's not a number one song though. It's catchy.
I like
that's
the song.
That's the catchiest song. That's like her anthem.
But on the 6 had All I Have with Cool J.
Oh yeah.
What's that other one? What's that song? If You Had My Love. No. That's a different one.
If You Had My Love.
That was 99.
That was 99.
It came out in the 90s.
That was on the 6. There we go.
There you go. But yeah, it's a lot of. Well, Roddy, did you answer this already?
What was the question again?
Which number one album was overrated? You felt was overrated?
I don't know. I feel like Nellyville was overrated, but he was so huge.
Ooh. He was so huge. I'm not gonna front. I like the Nellyville. I
feel like that's his only album, to be honest.
Country Grandma.
Oh, I thought that was a song.
No, that's a different album. That's his first album.
Yeah, Country Grandma's first album.
I guess because Hot in Here, I got annoyed with it so fast, and then Dilemma came out real fast, and I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry, Nelly.
No, I'm not. We're just saying it like it is. We're just saying it like it is.
Saying it like it is.
Around that time, man, you know what's happening. A lot of radio play for Nelly. So
yeah, Nelly was big. Nelly was big around that time. You can't deny it. Nelly was big. Come on, Country Grandma.
Air Force One. They got
Country Grandma
listening to him.
Yeah, Country Grandma with Diamond.
Hot in Here.
And
I think Nellyville did too. I think
He had Dilemma with Kelly Rowland. That's still classic.
It is, yeah, it is. Hot in Here. Air Force One was on that album.
One.
I think E.I. was on this one.
No, that's Country Grandma.
That's Country Grandma.
Oh, yeah, But yeah, Nelly was dope. They were dope. But Nelly was dope. They were dope though. Y'all got any other ones? Y'all got any other albums that were overrated?
I mean, I want. Give me a list of Beyonce's albums that was number one.
I had mentioned the self-titled album earlier that I thought it was hype.
And I mentioned B-Day. What's that? Oh, Dangerously in Love. Is that a song or is that an album?
It's a song and an album.
It's a song and an album.
That's an album?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm about to rip that up. Let me see. Okay, so that album is okay, but once again, like it reminds me of B-Day. Like that's like a B-list Beyonce to me. Like I don't know, like I only like Crazy in Love. The rest of them, like Baby Boy, Naughty Girl, I think were weak. But they was blasting it in school.
Gosh.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that song.
Those are songs from her heyday. What are you talking about?
What heyday? That's like, nah. It was like Christmas music.
What about something
I don't know.
Picnic music.
Nah, like it was whack then. Like I was listening to Maroon 5 more than I was listening to her tracks back then.
Nah, Maroon 5 is dope. Nah, Maroon 5's my guys. They my guys. They're my guys.
It was playing this club.
That the album we got Make Me Wonder. That album was fire.
Oh, you like that one?
The album was fire. Yeah, I like that album.
That is fire.
I like Overexposed. I love that track. That and I love that song Sugar. That's like my favorite song. But I don't know if that's after 2015. It's hard to remember. Yo, that's like that.
I feel like it might be around that range. I think it's around that range. The Maroon 5 had so many songs I can't keep up with them. So which album became your soundtrack of your life? Meaning, like, is an album that inspired you, that changed your perspective on life and stuff like that? Did the album do that for you?
Yes. I Am Sasha Fierce. I have a love-hate relationship with Beyonce, but that album, I feel like is like, the reason why I like that album so much is because I feel like it's every Black woman's life. And I love the fact that I love the way she, like, the videos are like this constant black and white theme. It makes it more intense, yo. It's hard being a Black woman out here. And on top of that, you got to deal with the sexism being a woman. And it's like that song, If I Were a Boy, yo, that speaks to like women everywhere, how we know what it's like when like if it was twisted, then men would understand what it's like to be a woman and how hard it is, yo. That song and Single Ladies, and then what's the other track I'm not thinking of? I can't remember right now, but like, yo, I do like that album a lot though. I thought it was like fierce, exactly what it did, what it's supposed to do. I went into a lecture, but that's how I feel.
I mean, other than Single Ladies, I liked that album. Other than Single Ladies, I didn't like Single Ladies, but other than that album, I actually like.
You're not a single lady, so why would you like it? I'm sure you like to claim your woman.
True. For me, it was Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, that came out in 2009. And I don't know, I feel like when Kid Cudi came out, he had a different sound. The song they came out was very different. It was speaking to people who was underrated, who get picked on and going through depression and stuff like that. I kind of relate to that, So yeah, his album, that album spoke to me. Hey, what about y'all, Magna or Roddy?
Look, I don't know. I'm gonna go on a whim and say Good Girl Gone Bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but yes. That album is the reason I like that album is because it's one of those albums that you can put on and keep it on and you can relate to them when I'm in the shower and I listen to it, it's like I am Sasha Fierce, right? I feel like with girls, some girls, there's these albums that you listen to that are by female artists that embody who you want to be. It might be the same thing for guys. So that's why she came up with Sasha Fierce in the first place. That's like an alter ego thing. And with that album, Girl Gone Bad, she became edgier in the same way that I became edgier. So one of the songs that resonates the most with me is Disturbia, where it's like I can feel like my inner self is, has a darker side than what I'm actually giving off. I hope I'm not getting too metaphorical.
No, I was asking, can I add
You good.
Yo, can I add to that?
Yeah. Do you think?
Especially for us during that time, that's when we was in college, right? So like around that time, albums like Good Girl Gone Bad and Sasha Fierce, they're about to me, they're about female empowerment and an alter ego, where it's you're exploring a new side of yourself, one that is more independent, more fierce, more sexy. And both those albums embody that. How Diva is on the Sasha Fierce? Yo, if you're in college and you single and you trying to look fly, who is not walking around here trying to act like a diva or trying to act like in Rihanna's album, everything that she's saying in Umbrella, yo. I feel like those albums basically are the epitome of a young woman's life.
At the same time, I went from 17 to 18. So I had turned from a teenager to an adult. There was a whole
woman
right there. A woman at 18?
Hell yeah. If you on your own and you paying your bills, you're a woman. Okay. I was paying my bills for sure. I was on my own doing my thing.
All right. Roddy, what's your answer?
It gotta be Neo, the Gentleman. And Neo, in my own words, just And I was a big Neo fan back then, so I throw him in there.
I agree with the Gentleman, because that's how I came up with Mr. Gentleman.
Really?
Because of that album, because of that album, for real. Because Neo inspired me, it showed me to actually come out as myself as Mr. Gentleman. So that when I listened to that album, it was just amazing. So yeah, I agree with Roddy on that one too. The Gentleman, and in my own words too, because I love that album too.
Mad is my favorite Neo song.
Classic.
I love that song.
Classic. So you already know. So now we done with the main topic. So we're gonna play a little game. We're gonna play a segment game called My Favorite Song, where I'm gonna name an album, and off the album, I name a favorite song. It could be as many songs as you want, or it could be songs like you never heard the album. I never heard the album, or you say you don't like the album. I don't like the album. Are y'all ready?
Yes,
I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna start with Confessions.
All of it.
Confessions. All of it.
I agree. Confessions. All of it. I probably except for simple things. Is the only song that I probably didn't like for the album. The only song that I like for the album.
I meant to say Confessions Part 2. I really like.
All right, and what about you, Magna?
I'm sorry, I must be slow. Are we naming our favorite songs from the album?
Yeah. You could. Yeah.
Oh, then it's gonna have to be
Burn.
My Boo.
All right, yeah, because that was in the special edition version of those Confessions.
That's a nice song.
Yeah, and I got the special edition version where you the CD would turn colors when you move it around. Really? Yeah, it does. Cool. It does. Yeah.
I like the packaging for that album.
For real, me too.
Beautiful.
I still got that album, man.
It's another point.
Yeah. Next is Michael Jackson, Bad.
Oof, no.
Bad. Right? Here she go again, yo. She know I'm about to have a seizure. She gonna have the same thing.
You like Thriller. You like Thriller, and I like Bad. Stay over there. Oh, Bad.
Bad's my favorite track on that album. It was one of my list of my top favorite 5 albums. So.
I know for me,
the way you make me feel.
The way you make me feel.
I know for me, it's hard because over the years, my liking for Michael song grew more. So like for Bad, it was certain song, but now it's like all the songs are bad. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick Bad. I can't pick one.
So I gotta say Smooth Criminal, yo.
I'll say all of it.
Throw it in there, yo.
Yeah, Smooth Criminal my favorite. Smooth Criminal is my favorite one off that album. Though,
good too.
But all the songs, I can't. It's hard to pick all of them. But Smooth Criminal is definitely my favorite though.
I feel like with the Michael Jackson album, whenever you gotta ask yourself which one is your favorite, you just gotta think about if you was on an island, you have to listen to the same song forever, which one's gonna be.
Back, because Michael, period, is hard to pick one song. I'm not even gonna lie. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so next we got Britney Spears, Hit Me, Oops, I Did It Again.
Hit Me, Oops, I Did It Again. Which one is it?
Oh, I mean, Oops, I Did It Again, my bad. Oops, I Did It Again.
Oops, I Did It Again. But that and Stronger, I can't decide between the two.
Oops, I Did It Again.
I'm gonna have to look on thing for it.
Stronger is like a deep song, yo. It's like it speaks to you. But Oops, I Did It Again is like a jam. It's a bop.
For me would be Oops, I Did It Again and Lucky.
I love Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky.
What about
you, Roddy?
All the singles.
All the singles. All right. Next is R. Kelly Troll Play.
Which one?
R. Kelly Troll Play.
Is that the one that has Ignition?
No. That was that was like his earlier stuff. That was his earlier stuff.
Your Body's Calling.
Your Body Calling, yeah. I think that's the one. Yeah.
I didn't listen to R. Kelly like that.
If you didn't hear it, head on. Just say pass.
Oh, I would say Bump and Grind.
Is Bump and Grind was that one? I think no. It is?
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, you might be right. I think I'm gonna pull up the album the chart list. Hold on. Okay.
With a little bump and grind.
All right, so we know we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go to the next one. All right, next is Trey Songz, Just Gotta Make It. This was Trey Songz' first album.
Pass.
All right, Roddy.
Nah.
The only song I like for that first album was "Cheat on You." Trey Songz "Cheat on You." That's the only song I like for that on that first album. All right, next is Jay-Z. Next is Jay-Z Blueprint.
99 Problems.
Empire State of Mind.
That's Blueprint 3. There's Blueprint and Blueprint 3.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, good thing because that's coming up anyway. So you had the right track. But on the Blueprint album, they had H to the Izzo, Takeover.
That was on there.
Song Cry.
Let me switch my song. H to the Izzo.
I love Song Cry.
Oh.
H to the Izzo, yeah. Me is me Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City is mine's. All right, next is Kanye West Graduation.
I think some other Kanye West albums because that was not great for me.
Pass.
All right, Roddy.
Any song.
I'll say Flashing Lights.
Yeah. I mean, I like all the songs, but my favorite would be Flashing Lights and Stronger. Stronger is my favorite. And Can't Tell Me Nothing. All right, next is one of my other favorite Usher album, Usher 8702.
Ooh. I don't know.
You Remind Me.
Oh, same.
You Remind Me, You Got It Bad, I Don't Know. Yeah.
You Don't Have to Call.
You Don't Have to Call, yeah. Basically all the singles. Also, I Don't Know is another song that I wish they came out with a video for. That was with him and Diddy. I wish they came out with a video for that song as well, for that album.
Are you talking about I Need a Girl?
No, it's a song off this album called I Don't Know. Well, Diddy's on it. Diddy's on this song as well. I said they never came. It was a single, but they never came out with a video for it.
Right.
Yeah. All right, next is Beyonce, Dangerously in Love.
Great.
Crazy in Love.
Crazy in Love. For me is Speechless.
I'll just go with Crazy in Love.
That was a good one.
All right. What about you? What about you, Marsha?
She's a crazy girl.
She did. I mean, she just said picnic music. She just said picnic music. Early.
That's like trying you to be like on Kids Bop, whatever.
I mean, and the literally did have songs on Kid Bop though, so that really did happen. That really did happen. Kanye West, College Dropout.
Oh, Jesus Walks.
Yeah, I agree with Jesus Walk. I forgot the other song. Song with him and Jay-Z.
Slow Jams.
Slow Jams. Oh yeah, Slow Jams.
I'm sorry. Let me change my answer. I'm sorry. I love Jesus Walks, but I'm gonna say All Falls Down.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's the song I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the song I was gonna say.
Jesus Walks too.
All right, what about you, Marsha?
I like Jesus Walks too.
And don't forget Through the Wires on there too.
Oh, cool, definitely. You know, shout out to Shaka Khan for that original song. 50 Cent, Get Rich Die Trying. Oh,
PIMP.
Oh yeah, definitely. 21 questions.
That song makes me sad. It does, because of the video. Or is that Many Men?
Many Men you're thinking of.
Oh, Many Men. Oh, Many Men.
Okay, I thought it was the same one.
Which 21 questions
which
video
one?
make you sad too.
What?
21 questions video or Many Men? Which one?
Which one is the one that has which one's the one that has what's her name in it? The girl, the one everyone was sweating back in the day.
Oh, Megan Good's 21 questions.
Yeah, Megan Good. Yeah, 21. Okay.
21 questions.
I don't know, that whole album was dope to me. So all of it.
Was it? You know, I mean, yeah. I like a lot of it, but 21 questions was my favorite song off that album, though.
I learned today that Many Men was produced by Eminem.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Wow.
Well, he produced half the songs on that album, and Dre produced the other half.
Yeah, I know Dre did. I know Dre did, but I didn't know Eminem. I did not know Eminem though. Wow, that's new to me. I'm today years old as well for that. That's crazy. Wow, that is crazy. Oh, here comes one of my favorite albums, R&B albums. Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel.
My Prerogative.
Title song.
My Prerogative.
Definitely. My Prerogative as well. Don't Be Cruel. Yeah, that album was just amazing. Trey Songz. Trey Songz, Ready. That should be that you even hate Trey Songz.
I just listen to 0 Trey Songz songs.
I don't listen to him either.
The Black Roses song.
This actually was my favorite Trey Songz album. Yeah, Do It.
And Black Roses.
Black Roses, and Been the Sex. This is my favorite Trey Songz album, but that's pretty much it. You got one of my favorite albums, Justin Timberlake, Future Sex Love Sound.
We just said this.
We did.
Just said it.
Maybe What Goes Around Comes Around.
There we go. That's what I'm thinking of.
That's my favorite off that album too. What Goes Around Comes Around. Yeah. My Love. Until the End of Time. Yeah. Until the End of Time. Definitely. Yeah.
Summer Love. Love Stone.
Oh, Love. He got a lot.
I like What Goes Around Comes Around.
I'm gonna say the whole album. It's
a good album.
It's hard to pick. All right, Michael Jackson, Dangerous.
Black or white?
Remember the time.
Remember Time and Dangerous for me.
I'm gonna go with Black and White.
All right. Next we got Whitney Houston, The Bodyguard soundtrack.
I have nothing.
I have nothing. Yeah, I agree.
You're not gonna say Jinx, Magna?
I always love you.
People just the single that was came off that album.
Yeah.
What about you, Magna?
We said the same thing.
Oh, same thing. Twin Magic. Twin Magic. All right, Lauryn Hill, Miss Education of Lauryn Hill.
Hello.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
Oh
my God. Love that song, yo. Make me cry.
That's
a love song.
You do that thing, yeah, me too. Basically, the whole album. That album, yeah, I could listen to the whole album too. That's another album there. That's another album where I could listen to without really no skips as well. So yeah.
But I love X Factor. Oh my God, I love
definitely X Factor. Definitely X Factor. Yeah, definitely X Factor. Definitely X Factor.
She sampled on Drake's song. What's it called?
Yeah, Even though this is not the Premier Boy podcast.
Yeah.
Every time we hear Drake, he's a new sexual coming out of his pictures. Yeah, even though it's not. Premier Boy podcast season 2 coming soon, by the way. Next song, NSYNC, No Strings Attached.
Bye.
I'm agree with bye on that one too.
Bye as well.
Yeah, I'm agree on that one. What about you, Marsha?
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
Yeah, that's a good song. All right, we got Aaliyah, self-titled.
More Than a Woman, for sure.
Is that the one with Rock the Boat?
Yeah. More Than a Woman, Rock the Boat. Yeah. We a Revolution. Yeah. I'm going to Rock the Boat as well.
Yeah, I'm going with more Than a Woman, like Magnus said. Love that song.
Roddy, you said Rock the Boat, right?
Yeah.
We good. All right, we got the double album, Outkast, Speakerboxxx, and The Love Below.
That's the one that had Hey Ya, right?
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with The Love Below side off the back. All the songs for Love Below. Like I love The Love Below side. And Speakerboxxx with just get the music and the way I like the way you move.
Roses is good too.
Yeah, Roses. Yeah, Roses. And what about you, Roddy?
The Way You Move.
And Marsha.
I'm gonna go with Hey Ya. Me and my son both. We still jam to that. Me and my son.
Nice. Nice. All right, next is Ja Rule, Pain Is Love.
Which one is that?
Well, I try to remember which is that Limited Up?
Always on Time and
yeah.
It's always on time. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go over some time then. They're always on time.
I guess I'm gonna go with the only one that I listen to, which is Always on Time with Ashanti.
Yeah.
Always Be on Time.
I have a song on there called Never Again. That was my.
Yeah. That's a sleeper song. Yeah, that's a sleeper song. That's a sleeper song. I like that song too.
I think Chaos played it once, but that's it.
He did. I think he did it on a warm up session. He did
warm up. Really, I was hyped that day. But yeah.
All right. Next is Justin Bieber, My World.
I'll go with Baby.
Pass. I didn't like Justin Bieber's album. Pass.
Wait. You didn't like Somebody to Love with Usher?
I didn't like his first album. I like his more later stuff. I didn't like his album like at all. I mean, when he got to Journal, when he got to the Journal album, that when I started liking him. That was the second album I think we had a song with him and Big Sean on it. That when I started liking Justin. I didn't like his first album though.
No, I didn't like that one.
Yeah. Next album, we just talk about this album, Nellyville. Dilemma. I know for me, it was the song with him and Justin called "Work It." Yeah, song with him and Justin called "Work It." Called Dilemma. And I think number one, that was also, I think that was on the deluxe version though. Number one was on Nelly's album. All right, what about you, Marsha?
I'm gonna go with Hot in Here.
Hot in Here. And what about you? What about you, Roddy?
I have to say Dilemma, even though I don't care for Nelly. He's too
so I guess so you know what? I'm gonna switch the topic a little bit. So Versus is coming, Versus is coming out, and they have a rematch. Who do you think is the rematch for Versus? Who they bringing it back for to do over their rematch? They're doing a rematch.
It's gotta be Nelly and Luda because that was the only one that was messed up.
No, Jagged Edge and 112 was too. No,
true, that was too. To be honest, I think it'll be Timbaland and Swizz Beatz.
Did they have one?
They did. They were the first one, but they were live though. They were on IG. They were the very first one. I think it'll be them.
I really think was the one that you mentioned, Rodney. Was that even worse than the one with Nelly and Luda?
Oh yeah, 112 and Jagged Edge was worse. Yeah, 112 and Jagged Edge was worse. Both of them was messed up. Both of them was messed up. Hold on, Marsha, do you do listen to Versus?
I'm listening to it. Where is it? Neither knows where I live. Under a rock, like Instagram.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I get you off. I'll keep you updated after this episode. All right. So Chris Brown fame.
Pass.
Was that the album with Deuces?
Yeah, Deuces.
Deuces.
Zero.
Yeah, that Deuces. Beautiful People.
Did that one have Zero?
Oh, which one?
Zero.
Nah, Zero was on the later episode. When I forgot which one. Zero was on I forgot what album that was. It was on this album.
You'd have to name some more singles.
I'm trying to think. Beautiful People, Deuces, No BS. I think it's something. It's another song he came out with. He had a song with Justin Bieber on this album. Wet the Bed. He had a lot of songs off the album.
What year was this album?
It was 2000. I think it was 2009, 2010.
So that's not the same one with Yeah.
Is it? Nah, that was I don't. Let me check.
That was like 2010.
I think that was the next. I think yeah was on the next one, I believe.
Okay.
I'm about to check right now. I'm about to give you that answer right now.
I'm sure I didn't listen to that one.
Okay, so on this album with Deuces, up to you, No BS. Look at me now. Look at me now. She Ain't You. That's the Michael Jackson sample. Say it. Oh yeah. 3 times on this album.
It is.
Yeah. 3 times on
that.
Yeah, I know. For me, it was Beautiful People. Yeah, 3 times. And Look at Me Now. Nope. I like. This was my favorite Chris Brown album.
I've said how I feel about Chris Brown on the other podcast. So
yeah, we don't need to get to it. All right, next album is Neo, Because of You.
Oh, what's that other one?
I know
what's on that track.
There's another single on there.
I know this was not my favorite Neo album, but Because of You, I think that was it. I didn't like this was not my favorite Neo album, like at all. I didn't like this album like that.
I thought So Sick was on the first one.
Yes. So Sick was on in my own words.
But yeah, so why does it say that it's on the Because of You album?
Oh wow. Nah, that's the second album. The second album, no. Second album had, I'm about to tell y'all right now, the second album had
you know?
Yeah, what happened?
Go On Girl.
Oh, Go On. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Girl.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot about that song. That's the song. That's the only song I probably like that, and Because of You. but the only song I love off that album. What about you, Magna?
I have to say, Because of You, I didn't listen to that album. I didn't really like it either.
It was you know, I'm a big Neil fan, but two albums I did not like. This was one of them. This and I think the album with 1 in a Million. I didn't like that album either.
Oh yeah,
that was
a song on there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Because of You too, because I don't listen to the other one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Because of You as well. All right, the next album is Magna's favorite album that she mentioned all night on this episode. Beyonce Be There.
That was Marsha.
Stop it.
My bad. Your twins. I'm sorry, your twins.
What? Oh my God.
That album was so dry. Damn. I'm gonna say Irreplaceable because Story of My Life.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Neil, that's when Neil wrote the song. I'm gonna say the same thing. Irreplaceable as well. Yeah, Neil wrote. Yeah, he wrote it. You didn't know he wrote Irreplaceable.
He wrote a lot of songs.
He wrote a lot of songs. Yeah, he wrote a lot of songs. Let Me Love You.
He's like R. Kelly.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. R. Kelly did wrote song. No, I mean
in a musical sense.
I mean in the musical sense. I guess she meant in the musical sense. I get that.
Yeah.
She's right in the musical sense. Next we got Neo and My Own Words. We just mentioned this.
Sexy Love.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Mad on there?
No, Matt. No.
When you're mad. When you're mad
was on there, yo. When you're mad was on there.
It's just the cutest thing.
All right, Roddy, what you got for In My Own Words?
What's So Sick?
So Sick? Yeah, So Sick. Sexy Love. When You're Mad. Yeah.
You know what's funny about So Sick is that they played it so many times on the radio. I got to that song to this day.
That was the first Neo song I ever heard.
Yeah, and it was over and over.
No,
and then everyone kept saying, "I'm so sick of that song." That became a running joke.
Yeah. So next song we got Jay-Z and Kanye. Watch the Strong.
That's the one that got Otis on it.
Yeah, Otis on it. Yeah.
Niggas in Paris.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I like Gotta Have It.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Gotta Have It. Yeah. I'm gonna say Gotta Have It. And the joy that Curtis Mayfield sample. Yeah. Let's see. Next one we got Drake, Take Care.
Pass.
I thought that was a song. I thought that was a song on the album called Marvin's Room, or is Marvin's Room on the Take Care album?
Yeah, Marvin's Room was on the Take Care album.
Okay, then I'll just say Take Care.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Take Care with Rihanna. I'm gonna say that song too. Yeah, Take Care with Rihanna. Yeah, Roddy.
What's the album?
Take Care.
Drake. Too many songs. I don't know. I still listen to the model every now to this day. So yeah.
And Marshy said pass, right?
I don't listen to everything.
All right, next we got Adele, 19.
I guess I'm gonna say Chasing Pavement. Should I keep on chasing pavement?
Yeah, I'm agree. I'm gonna say Chasing Pavements as well.
I'll say Chasing Pavements.
What about you, Roddy?
Not really too big on this one. I'm passive.
All right. So we got next one. We got Justin Timberlake, Justified. This is his first solo album.
What?
So fun fact, I found out that Pharrell actually wrote that album for Michael Jackson.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
And Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson turned it down, so they gave it to Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, I know, because when I heard the album, it's so much Michael in this album. I could tell.
Was it intended to be called Justified?
I'm sure it wasn't. It was.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
No, the songs were written for Michael Jackson.
What song was it though? What song was it?
No, I think it was like the whole album because like Pharrell was the one who was writing the song.
Yeah, because Pharrell and Timbaland produced the albums, Justified.
Yep. So that's why it sounds so good.
Yeah. So I know for me, Like I Love You with the Clips and Cinderita and Let's Take a Ride. Those were my favorite.
3. I thought we named one.
I mean, you can name as much you want.
Yeah.
You think as much as you want.
Well, I'm gonna say "Cry Me a River" then and "Rock Your Body."
I forgot about "Cry Me a River."
That's like the first one.
I forgot about "Cry Me a River." No, that was the second because the first one was "Like I Love You." Was the first.
And "Rock Your Body."
Oh yeah, "Rock Your Body." How about you, Roddy?
Justified.
Yeah, that's his first album, first solo album.
Ain't Nobody Love You Like I Love You. No?
Yeah, Like I Love You. Yeah. That's with the Clips.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody love you like I love you. And don't forget, also, I'm Loving It is on there too, with the Michael Jackson, the McDonald's sounded song. Yeah, I heard that. You heard Pusha T wrote that. Pusha T wrote that song. I heard. Yeah, I know. Aqua Silence. Yeah. All right, next we got Taylor Swift, Fearless.
I will go with You Belong With Me. That's the song to put her on the map. Both that and Kanye West.
You already know. I passed. I don't listen to.
I passed through.
You Belong With Me.
You belong with me.
I like Taylor Swift. Okay.
I
don't like her. I don't like Taylor Swift, but that song is catchy though. I always hear it. You Belong to Me. I always hear it. I hear the verse.
You know something? You know something? When they had the VMAs in 2009 in New York at Radio City, and I went over there to go see them on the red carpet, Taylor Swift performed You Belong to Me, and I didn't even know this girl. I didn't know this song, but because I thought that her performance was so dope, because she did it in the subway, and then she came out with all these fans onto the street, and then she was
in front of us
in the taxi cab. I'm like, oh, this was so cool. This is so nice. I'm gonna look into her. And to this day, I like Taylor Swift, except for 2 albums. I don't care for her. That one where she tried to reinvent herself, Reputation or something like that.
Oh yeah.
You tried too hard to be edgy, and it fell flat. So.
Wait, is that the album with Bad Blood?
No, that's the one song. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me. It didn't work. That was the only one that I didn't.
I don't watch her videos. I just like the You Belong With Me music video. I thought it was so sweet. That's what made me like that song and start listening to some of her music songs.
I like all her albums.
You whack.
Next we got Lil Wayne, The Carter 3.
Pass.
Did that one have How to Love on it?
No, that was the next one.
Then that's all our pass.
Only song Carter 3 was actually a dope. That was my favorite from his album, but my favorite song was Comfortable with Babyface.
I like that
album. Is that the one that has 6 foot, 7 foot?
Is it? No. Wait. Is it? No. That was the next one. That was the next one. That was Carter 4. Now this one had Lollipop, Millie. I had a song with Robert Stick on it.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah. And what about you, Roddy?
I said Got Money.
You Got Money. Yeah. Him and little T-Pain. Yeah. All right, next we got Christina Aguilera, self-titled.
That was the one that had Dirty. Right?
Nah, this was my first album.
That was in a bottle. That's the first album, right?
First album, yeah. Genie in the Bottle.
I like Genie in the Bottle, but I also like What a Girl Wants. What a girl needs, whatever makes me happy, set me free.
I know. For me, Genie in the Bottle and Come On Over.
Oh, I was gonna say that one too.
Coming over. Yeah, me and Roddy, we spoke about Christina Aguilera on the last episode, and yeah, stuff like that.
And I Turn to You. Anyone know that one?
Sing it real quick.
Turn to you.
Oh, I turn to you
through the rain.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I be forgetting this stuff.
Yeah.
Everything you do, I turn to you. Ooh, that's 2000 right there.
Yeah, 2000.
Like Whitney Houston or something.
Like the year 2000.
Yeah, when he hit that song with that too. It
sounds like
No, her song is I Look to You.
Oh yeah.
I was actually thinking of the song
Count on Me.
Something else.
Count on Me.
No, I was thinking of that song that she sings. Never mind. I can't remember what it is right now. Whatever. I'm gonna go with What a Girl Wants.
I next we got Adele 2021.
Finally. I forgot to mention that one.
I know.
I forgot to mention that in like songs that change me or define me. Like that's a breakup album, and I was going through guys at that time, so that was a good healing album. That song must say Rolling in the Deep.
Oh like, yeah. That was a dope one. That was a dope album.
Yeah.
What?
Set Fire to the Rain is another one.
Oh yeah, that was on that album. Feels pretty new to me. You sure it was on the next one?
It's on 21, believe me.
Yeah,
I know she's an expert of songs. Download that whole damn song, that whole damn album, yo.
I downloaded it.
I downloaded
the whole thing.
I know for me, Rolling in Deep as well. Somebody Like You. That was another one off the album that I like.
So let me cry.
Yeah, that album was dope. Yeah, that album was dope.
Made me cry, son.
Yeah, Roddy, what about you, son? Are we on Adele? We on Adele?
The singles.
You're 21. You're 21. Yeah.
I'm saying the singles from that album.
Come on, that album did good. That album did good for 2 years. Like 2 years. Like
I know, right?
Jeez Louise. 21 was an amazing album. Jeez
Magna
Louise.
put me onto it.
You didn't say which one was your favorite from that album, though.
I love Someone Like You, yo. That song made me cry. I was going through the same thing like Magna, going through a horrible breakup. Oh man, that song.
Yeah, someone like you, someone like you, and Rolling in the Deep. And in fact, I was listening to Rolling in the Deep yesterday too. And I was like, yo, this song is fire. Yeah. Like I like G's, Adele, man. We wait for your comeback, Adele, because she about to kill it.
I saw her in concert, and it was everything. Baby.
So I guess her next album gonna be 30, 35. I guess her next album gonna be 30.
Wait, it goes by her age. What are the
it go by her age. Yeah, I know the last time was 25. So I guess it's 30 now because
so she was 19 when she did that album. 19, and she was 21.
Really? Yeah, and
when it was released, but like when she like wrote it and produced and all that.
Yeah, because 2015 was 25. So I guess it's 2021 now. So I guess she's gonna be 30. She's gonna be 31.
Yeah, she's around our age, and she's like hella rich.
Damn, she looks way older than she is. She's like a grown
like
woman.
Our age. It could be one of us.
Exactly. She's killing it. She's killing it. So
she
next
all the Grammys.
Shit, I agree. Also, I remember one time during the Grammy time, it was between Adele and Beyonce.
Beyonce, that was 25, not
25. Yeah. No. I know. I just tell a story, and I mentioned on Twitter that I said 25 was a better album than Beyonce. The Beehive was so upset when I said that. I like,
what was on that album?
I have to disagree. 25?
Yeah, what was on that album?
It had Hello. I think it had Water Under the Bridge. It had Send My Love to Your New Lover, which I didn't really like that much, which was a single, which I didn't get. I'm gonna disagree. I was gonna say that earlier. I feel like 21 deserved all the Grammys. I don't think 25 was as good as 21. Therefore, I did not think that it was better than Lemonade, because Lemonade was a really good storytelling album. It was cohesive. It flowed. It was a work of art to me. That was one Grammy I think that Beyonce should have got.
I agree. I just think Hello, that it could win like a record, like a award for a record or single.
But album,
that song.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, so next we got Boyz II Men. Their second album.
What's on that? What album? What's the name?
Boyz II Men.
Oh, the album. So
yeah, subtitle. Yeah, that was End of the Road. I Make Love to You.
I love that song.
So Hard to Say Goodbye.
Is it hard? Yeah, no. Hard to Say Goodbye was the first album, and also
Motown.
No, on Bended Knees. On Bended Knees was on that album too.
For Mama.
Yeah.
I'll Make Love to You. Classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a classic.
I'll Make Love to You. It does the job.
It does.
Yeah, that is classic. I agree. End of the Road, and I Make Love to You as well. I'm definitely gonna go with that. Next we got your Magda. You were speaking about this album on the Premier Boy podcast. We got Brandy, Never Say Never.
Thank you. I wanted to mention that earlier too. You see, you asked me the 5 albums that I like, and I don't get to mention the other ones. Never. Exactly. I love that album, but I'm gonna go with The Boy Is Mine. And if I'm gonna give some others, God, I can't even think of them. Besides Angel in Disguise, Never Say Never. What else was on there? Top of the World.
Top of the World, yeah, on Top of the World. Also,
I'm thinking of.
Have almost you ever? Yeah. I got Had You Ever. I got Almost Doesn't Count.
Almost Doesn't Count.
On Top of the World. That album, I love that album. That was dope. I love that album.
Have You Ever Made Me Cry?
That's a dude, yeah. What about you, Marsha?
I'm gonna say The Boy Is Mine. I didn't know Madden was such a Brandy fan. I didn't listen to much Brandy, but I do love The Boy Is Mine.
Nice. All right, next we got Rihanna, Good Girl Gone Bad.
Disturbia.
Weekend.
I was saying Good Girl Gone Bad next. It's on my list. Good Girl Gone Bad.
I think the number one for me is Rehab. Besides
Rehab, I forgot about Rehab.
Besides Rehab, Disturbia.
Yeah, I know.
You know, Umbrella's a good track. I don't have to mention it. It was like a top single. So.
Yeah, for me, Rehab. Rehab. What else is on? Oh, Shut Up and Drive.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was on the SOS album. Or is that the name of it?
No. This was definitely Good Girl Gone Bad. Yeah, Good Girl Gone Bad.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Before that.
Yeah, that was the album before that. Yeah. That was the album before
Replay?
Ponder Replay, yeah. And also...
Go ahead.
Also, at first the song was annoying at first, but then it grew on me later. Umbrella as well.
Well, yeah, it's like a pop song that's gonna play over and over.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird about Rehab? When you listen to it, you're like, I've heard this song before, especially with Justin Timberlake on it. It sounds just like What Goes Around Comes Around.
It's like a part two. Like a part two.
And then it turns out, I think Justin Timberlake, didn't he produce Rehab?
I think he wrote it. He wrote it, I think. He wrote it and produced it, yeah. And
then the same beat ends up being used on What Goes Around Comes Around.
Yeah, because Timbaland most likely produced it. You know everywhere Justin go, Timbaland go. So most likely, not for real though, most likely. That's not a bad thing because Timbaland dope.
That's true.
Let's just clarify that Justin needs Timbaland. Okay, I just want to make that clarified.
Yeah.
He gonna go everywhere Timberland goes.
And also on retro, we on Rihanna "Good Girl Gone Bad." What's your favorite song off that album?
I forgot what the singles were for that
one. Umbrella. It was Umbrella. We have Shut Up and Drive of Disturbia.
Hate That I Love You.
Hate That I Love You with Neo. Hate That I Love You. All right, nice. So next one we got Biggie, Life After Death.
Oh, money, no problems.
Oh man, everybody got the same answer.
Pretty much.
That's the only answer.
No problem. Wait, no money, more problem. And ain't if I'm right, Sky the Limit. Is that off the same album too?
Yeah, that's off of it.
It is. Okay, so that one too. Yeah, that Sky the Limit is Global 112. All right, next we got Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday.
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna go with
are we
Super Bass.
Wait, are we talking about the first one and not Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded?
The first one.
Okay.
Super Bass.
I know I know for her it's a Super Bass.
Yeah.
I know for me will be moment for life.
That's my like second favorite.
Yeah, Moment of Life.
Moment for life, yeah. And what else she have off that?
Fly was on that with Rihanna.
Oh, Fly with Rihanna, and she had a song
right through me. You see right through.
Oh yeah,
that
one, yeah.
Do that?
Yeah, that one too. All right, next we got your Roddy, your boy, Donald Jones, Where I Want to Be.
This love.
All right. Next, for me is Where I Want to Be, Shorty, and This Love. Yeah, pretty much same thing. Yeah. What about y'all two?
I'm a pass.
All right. What about you, Magda?
I got nothing.
Oh. All right. Next we got Kanye West, My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, sure.
With the lights.
Order the Lights, nice. Blame Game, Order the Lights, Gorgeous, Lost in the Woods. Pretty much the whole album. I like the album too. That's one of the albums. That's another album that I like off for Kanye. That I can listen to. Yeah, but especially Order the Lights, man. That was a crazy collaboration.
Yes, it was.
In a very long time. And what about you, Marsha?
I'm gonna pass on this too.
Right.
On the song Monster, Nicki had the best part. I just want to.
Don't forget Monster. Yeah, I can't forget.
Monster. Okay. I do know Monster. I didn't know it was on the album. Nicki has the best part.
I forgot. I can't forget about Monster. Like Nicki did kill it. She had the best part. She really did have the best part.
I like Jay-Z's part too, though.
Yeah. But Nicki, Ollie, Jay-Z part did. Jay-Z part didn't matter after Nicki though. I'm sorry, Jay-Z part did not matter after Nicki.
Kanye's part didn't matter after the both of them.
Yeah, exactly. So next we got Justin Bieber, Purpose.
Oh yes, that's the name of it. I'm gonna say Sorry.
Is Definitely. That is it too late for me to say sorry? Is that song?
Yeah, sorry. Love yourself. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm gonna say sorry.
I'm not gonna me and Magda, we actually spoke about this the other day. And I'm gonna say a lot of songs I like from this album. I like a lot of songs for this album. I felt like for me, Magda, she didn't agree with me on this, but I felt like for me, this was the slow start for Justin Bieber trying to translate to R&B. The slow start.
Purpose.
Purpose.
It sounds like it.
That was dance pop though. That's like how all the music sounded at the time because it was club music.
Yeah, I felt like it was slow. I felt like it was a slow start, but I didn't think he really went full R&B up to the next album after that. That was
Technically, he didn't do anything different on purpose that he didn't do on what's it called, Justin 2.0, where he was didn't he have the song Boyfriend? If I was a boyfriend.
Yeah, that was 2.0, yeah.
He always did.
No, because it was still sounding like because NSYNC was like singing the same thing.
Right, yeah, because they did. Remember they did girlfriend. Remember they did girlfriend on the NSYNC last album. Celebrity that had girlfriend had gone off that. They tried to switch to R&B. That would then slowly turn from late for R&B. And after that, before Justin went solo off that album.
It's Ken, I agree with Ken. I think Purpose was like the tipping point when going into R&B.
Maybe
and he was older too. He was older.
Yeah, but not fully though. It wasn't fully though. It wasn't his full R&B. I think his full R&B was next
album. Like Purpose had more sounds like that. It had more R&B.
Yeah.
Like it was only selective with was it Justin 2.0? Believe?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
He's just like Justin Timberlake. Like their career kind of like projects the same way.
Kind of does, yeah.
Pop, but they obviously got R&B sounds, but they won't. The public just won't let them be R&B because that's not what white girls want.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it 100.
No, it's true. You're right. No, you're true. You're right. Because the thing now. Okay, continue.
Go ahead. I'm telling them, like, I was telling you the other day, Justin Bieber wants so bad to be seen as R&B.
He does.
But what he wants, they're still gonna say he's pop. Even the song Peaches that he just came out with is supposed to be R&B with 2 R&B singers on the song. They're still gonna say it's pop.
Yeah, because it's funny because Justice came out last week, but he came out with a new version for Justice with 5 new songs, and three of them been trying to be like more R&B-ish. He had the baby on there. He had a little verb on there.
Remember when he did Intentions? How many white people were in that music video?
Like that was him and Quavo.
Yeah, he hardly had any white people in that music. It looked just like God's Plan by Drake.
Yeah.
Remember everything that they did in God's Plan, the music video? They did the same thing in Intentions because they obviously trying to get a black audience. They want to be seen as R&B hip hop, but they're not having it.
Yeah, because you notice he keeps adding black women in his videos. Like Zendaya, I think was like the first one. With, what was that song he was doing with Zendaya? I think it was Somebody's Love or something. And then he got Ryan Destiny up in there, and then on them other chicks that was in Intentions, whatnot. Yeah, he said so himself that he knows that he's R&B, but they won't let him.
They're gonna give him awards for that. They're not gonna call him a singer. They don't put him on Power 105.
Sorry would play everywhere. We'll play on 107. We'll play in the club. That song Sorry would play everywhere. And that's why I'm saying that it was the start of him going to R&B because they playing it everywhere. Like not just pop station though. They're playing it everywhere.
I love Sorry.
Yeah, and even reggae artists were remixing it too. That's another thing. Reggae artists were remixing it.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Nicki Minaj on his track too. Remember Beauty and the Beat?
Oh yeah. Nicki.
That's
pop. Yeah, I can see.
That was pop. That was pop.
What album was that?
That was I think that was the album we had. I think the second album we had Big Sean on there. Believe.
Yeah, I like that track.
Next album we got Mariah Carey, self-titled.
Was that her album?
I think the first album, yeah. First album, Mariah Carey.
What's it called?
Fantasy.
Love Takes Time. The song that came out it was number 1 when I was born.
Wait, when y'all was born?
When we were born.
Y'all twins.
That's the album that came out in 1990?
Yeah, it was number 1 at that time, in November 24th. Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so.
I'm going to pass on this one.
What about Vision of Love? You don't like that one?
Hit me up in a few years, Mariah. Mariah later, a few years later.
I know
and Love Takes Time for me.
I know for me, I agree with Love Takes Time for me. What about you, Roddy?
Love Takes Time.
Love is her. And the last song, finally, y'all, we on the last song, Michael Jackson Thriller.
Michael Jackson Thriller. Hey. I'm gonna have to go with Beat It and Thriller. I can't choose between the two, so I'm gonna pick them both.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
All right, what about you, Magna or Roddy?
I live for Human Nature. When he died in 2009, I had that song on repeat. Made me cry even more.
You're not the only one. What about you, Roddy?
Can't pick, it's all of it.
I mean, it's hard to pick. I love all of Michael's songs off Thriller, but if I had to pick, Human Nature, Lady of My Life, PYT, and the Girl of Mine. Yeah, the Girl of Mine.
I thought you was gonna pick the whole album.
I was. I mean, I love the whole. I love Thriller. Though. I love Thriller. That album was just dope. I ain't gonna lie. But we have to end this here, and I'm gonna thank Magna and Marsha for coming on the show. Mr. Jimmy, like the podcast presents the old school show. Thank y'all for coming. Definitely gonna bring y'all back. I'm definitely gonna bring y'all both back. So yeah, it was good having y'all on the show. Bro, Retro. As always.
Yeah, man.
Can I just say something before you close up? And it's like an interesting fact. So remember how I was bringing up Nicki Minaj earlier? And I can mention this because this woman, she been, she been a monster for like the past decade. But you know how the Grammys refuses to let her get what she needs to be getting because everybody out here today is just emulating her. So, Lil' Kim, she got her Grammy, but that was just for collaboration for Lady Marmalade. But Nicki, I feel like, like I saw today in an article, Joe Budden, I don't know if y'all know, but she always been having beef with Joe Budden. But he said so himself that the Grammys refuses to give her flowers and they owe it to her forever. I agree. Even if they don't want to give it to her for a track or album, she needs some kind of icon award for the Grammys or some kind of lifetime achievement. I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting because she don't even like him and he could say that himself that, they owe her. Because Doja Cat got the same sound. Same thing with Megan Thee Stallion and Saweetie and Cardi B. They all emulating this chick, and you know it. Y'all know it.
And to be honest, out of all of them, Nicki is my favorite, and Nicki do deserve her flowers. Nicki did a lot, and they don't recognize her. She should get the Grammys. She should be more had number one hits. Everybody clowning her because she don't have enough number one hits. They're saying compared to her and this Cardi B.
WAP is a number one hit. But
WAP is a flop, okay? That's how I feel.
Thank you.
WAP is a flop.
And now up is now up is number one. And Bodak Yellow and up now and think about it. I don't like about Cardi. Everybody know this. Everybody know this. I don't want to talk too much because it's the old school show, but when she on number one, she brag about it. I don't like that. Like why you keep bragging? Like
what
she brag about.
What don't she brag about?
Like all the time though. Like all the time. Like
Eminem turned her down to be on her next album, and people are clowning her for it because Eminem allegedly said that she does not care enough about the culture or the
exactly. She don't.
Eminem for that.
I want to say, can I say one other thing about Nicki Minaj?
Yeah. Do you think?
Yes, because another thing is that people like to be hating on her, be like, well, if Nicki was nicer to people, then people would like she would get awards more. But this all BS because first of all, Nicki is just being exactly what she raps about. Because you know how women like Megan or whatever, they always, or Cardi, they like to, rap about how they a beast, they a boss, they a monster, they'll take what they want, they'll say what they want. Nicki's actually doing that in the street. The only reason why y'all saying something y'all don't like is because she's a woman. But if she was a man and she was out here being like 50, y'all wouldn't say nothing about that. Y'all are just mad because she a woman who demands the stuff that she demands the stuff that she wants and she gets it. She being a boss. And I just don't understand why when women actually do the things they rap about, y'all get mad. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? In other words, she real. She too real for y'all.
Kanye just got a Grammy for Jesus is King after he done pissed on his Grammy on social media, and they still gave him another one. Make it make sense. But Nicki doesn't even have one Grammy to piss on.
There's even people who remember that year they was protesting the Grammys. They didn't show up, but they still got some Grammys. Some of those artists.
That's true. That's true. And you know what?
It's on purpose.
And you know what? I invited both of y'all to the Premier Boy podcast because Roddy, somebody I took my job for a while, so I need y'all to be both guest hosts for the Premier Boy podcast. Yeah, we'll come back with that schedule. Come back. Also, I'm gonna need y'all to come back to the old school show too. We will discuss more old school topics. Definitely gonna need y'all back. But what I need for y'all to do right now, all three of y'all, to drop y'all social media so they can reach you. And also, whatever y'all got going on, announce it here.
I would like to start a YouTube channel soon. Hey.
Nice.
Gotta work that. My Instagram though is Miss Marsha N. So that's MS_Marsha, MARSHA_N. I know it sounds long, but it don't look that way.
I'm Magna. Do your thing.
You can follow me on Instagram at Mademoiselle MADEMOIZELLE_M. And when I get around to starting up my YouTube, you can follow me at Truly Mademoiselle.
Hey, Roddy, you already know. Do your thing, son.
You can follow me at Roddy FE, RODDYFE on Instagram. That's all I got.
All right. Thank y'all, and we'll be right back. I want to thank everybody for tuning into this new episode of the Gym Like the Pocket TV. Thank you, to my co-host for the Old School Show, D-That Retro, for coming to the show. You ain't know, bro. Keep doing your thing. And check us out each and every fourth or fifth Sundays for the Old School Show. And also, thanks to my two special guests, Magna and Marsha, for coming to the show. That was amazing. I definitely going to bring y'all back to the show. It was fun. And if y'all want to be on the YouTube version of the Gym Like the Podcast TV, y'all could email me at KenYPGENT@gmail.com to see me about yourself and everything that you do. Or y'all could DM me on IG, Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, KEN _Mr. MR, Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. Also, you already know, Mr. Gentleman Like the Pocket each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and many more. Also, Mr. Gym Like the Pocket presents the Old School Show with myself and D-That Retro each and every fourth and fifth Sunday at 12 a.m. Also, May 2nd, look out for the first episode of Mr. Gym Like the Pocket presents Date Night Talk Podcast, the official podcast show starting May 2nd, and every first Sunday of the month. Also, we got another new spin-off show that coming real soon called Mr. Gym Like the Pocket presents a conversation about music coming real soon. It will be a conversation about everything music and stuff like that. Also, last but not least, check out the website. The official website is out now, MrGentlemanLikeThePocket.com. I repeat, the website, www.MrGentlemanLikeThePocket.com. Support, sign up to the email list, and you can get every episode, every update that's going on. And yeah, and thank y'all for tuning into this new episode of Mr. Gentleman Like the Pocket TV. Have a good day and night wherever you're watching this episode.
You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 4. Cheers!